they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense will go on the attack first. We get a look at Shelton Sampson Jr. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
He's open on the right.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great time between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Reagan.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That's the big sophomore tight end who's shaken up. Holly Rule will keep an eye on him.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Raging Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they're after him. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
The Yellow Jackets offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And onto the field comes Malachi Hosley. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, #1 job for this defense, man. Try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that.
He did not make CPUjackets line up to punt it away. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. A spectacular one-hand grab.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left. He's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Rides to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. Turning it on! And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Caught behind the line. It's Addison. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field to begin this drive. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Rockwell. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. The Raging Cajuns looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks the tackle. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside. It's Reagan. There he goes. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. And the Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Raging Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Reagan.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Finding some room. Spins away from the defense. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Raging Cajuns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. The run from the shotgun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Raging Cajuns have it with a first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Georgia Tech spends its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. The Yellow Jackets spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Finds the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. With the catch, it's Hosley. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. That should be the final play of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 3 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Tigers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt. Now over to your game at Cajun Field. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Catching up with the Yellow Jackets head coach, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Holly, thank you. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to...
Looking deep down the right side. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Loose, and it was lights out after that.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Here's the pressure. Got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rockwell. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Baptiste. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup. Following the play, there is a Yellow Jacket who is shaken up. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The run inside. It's Hosley. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looks as if he's going to run it. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's
snap. Just plowing ahead. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Yellow Jackets, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. At midfield. field. He's got room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it.
You just cannot coach that type of athleticism. That was an incredible one-handed grab. You could practice that over and over and over and not come down with that one.
Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. Trying to do it on the ground. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Johnson. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that crow roll.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Raging Cajuns getting set on first and 10. Running inside. It's Rockwell. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Raging Cajuns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter.
Blue 22, blue 22. Go, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rockwell. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He'll try to take it back. Stop, but not before. Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hosley. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's Rockwell. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to the run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Using his feet. That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this 1st down.
You know, this offense...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Rushes on him. Fires to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. He might want another play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Zings it complete to the right. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving.
Ready, team! Go, go!
Some misdirection with the counter. Got a little press. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory.